You know, I hope ultimately the extensions come out okay. Either way, I think Kat's going to be a brunette for a week. It's disgusting. Which reminds me, do you know what it's time for?
Send the writers home. This next story writes itself. Seriously, you're all fired. Pack your things and get the hell out.
This will make your blood boil if you have any blood left after it shoots out of your eyeballs. This is an unbelievable story, yet somehow believable these days, from the New York Post. A Wisconsin school district has filed sexual harassment complaints against 3 middle schoolers for calling a classmate by a wrong pronoun. I know. How are these kids supposed to even know what a pronoun is when they're too busy being taught about how racist they are? Priorities, people. But this isn't some loony left-wing city on either left coast. This is a school district in Kyle, Wisconsin, a city of just 3,600 people. Talk about small. Larry Kudlow can fit that many people in his steam room. And he's tried. Have you got a court date for that yet, Larry? Anyway, but apparently school administrators charged 3 8th graders from the Kiel middle school with sexual harassment after an incident in April where these kids refused to use they to refer to a classmate who'd switched pronouns a month before the so-called incident. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The only time you should refer to one person as they is if they are over 400 pounds. As in they love pancakes or they are blocking the fire exit. One of the accused kids' moms or birthing person to Democrats gives us the scoop.
I received a phone call from the principal over at the elementary school forewarning me, letting me know that I was going to be receiving an email with sexual harassment allegations against my son. He said he's being allegedly charged with sexual harassment for not using proper pronouns. I thought it wasn't real. I thought this has got to be a gag, a joke.
Ah, you and me both. But her son, Braden, was indeed charged. And with what? Having a low tolerance for BS? But this feels, to me, made up because it's so on the nose in terms of fulfilling our own criticisms of wokeness. It's like the government sending out free crack pipes after I already paid full price. But it's real, I guess. That's the world we live in, where the parodies we created months ago are now suddenly real. In other words, the far left is so insane, they're now predictable. Remember, it was 5 years ago that Jordan Peterson, an obscure Canadian professor, was threatened with punishment at his college for not adhering to new pronoun guidelines. He refused to comply, and when people heard his story, he became a hero, which is easy to be in Canada, where your only options for hero are Peterson and a freak in blackface. And he predicted that rejecting compulsory pronouns would end up becoming a crime. People laughed at him, mainly because he was right. Meanwhile, here's a guy from Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty who's defending the accused students, claiming that misuse of pronouns is not covered by Title IX.
Title IX sexual harassment typically covers things like rape, dating violence, quid pro quo sexual favors, right? Really egregious stuff. There's nothing even remotely close to that alleged in this case. The charge against students for sexual harassment is an extreme abuse of the Title IX process. It's totally inappropriate and is totally being mishandled by the school district.
Totally. Very informative tape there. We're almost like a news program. Almost. Now, the district sees the refusal of a student to use pronouns as a form of bullying, and the district prohibits all forms of bullying and harassment. So all forms of bullying? Isn't forcing students to say what they don't believe a form of bullying? Let me save you from some unnecessary internal mental debate and tell you the answer is yes. Of course, if the alleged victim student had been teased, then the school teachers or principal should address it, but not with charges of sexual harassment, which can destroy reputations. That's kind of out of proportion, like swatting a fly with Joy Behar. And it shows you why so many parents around the country are freaking out. Now, not only do they have to worry about CRT or drugs and social media, they got to worry about some leftist a-hole school administrator canceling the kid's reputation before he or she is old enough to have one. Parents, you're now called homophobic if you don't want gender-obsessed activists teaching your kids about they and them. You're called domestic terrorists if you openly question school lockdowns, mask mandates, or the brainwash called CRT. Yes, parents are terrorists, although the only way they blow themselves up is with a high-carb diet. And parents are now told you're a bigot if you feel it's inappropriate having drag queens do story time in class. And I agree. Keep that crap out of the schools and where it belongs. My house on a Saturday night. Look, I don't have kids. They smell. But I am so pissed, I'm thinking about adopting. But just imagine when it moves beyond the classroom.
Hi, yes, I'd like to speak to Deborah about her extended warranty.
Her? My pronouns are dirt and bag.
Well, anyway, I'm calling about your 1996 Geo Prism.
Oh, my car identifies as a Volt, as in revolt.
Oh, are you having trouble with your electrical system?
The system.
Okay, well, anyway, our warranty comes with a free tire iron and jack, and those come in handy.
Handy, you ableist bastard. Also, it's not a car jack, it's a car Jill.
Okay, thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah. Apparently they like dirtbag better than they like cats. So we'll keep an eye on this story. Maybe the charges will get dismissed. Maybe it'll turn out there's more to it than meets the eye. One thing is for sure, just because it sounds absurd doesn't make it false. In today's world, it's the absurd that is now the norm. No wonder parents are pissed. But don't wonder aloud, or Merrick Garland will investigate you with the Patriot Act. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She furniture shops at Fisher-Price, co-host of America's Newsroom and the 5-Data Burrito. He's so rich his 401k has its own 401k. Fox Business host and former director of the National Economic Council, Larry Kudlow. He has audiences on the edge of their seats as they prepare to leave. Actor, writer, and comedian, Jamie Lissow. And she's like your appendix. You can live without it, but has the potential to kill you. Fox News contributor, Kat Tibbs. So, Dana, I was like, I didn't believe this story, but it's like, it's true. It's true. What? Isn't it insane?
I thought it was something from the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
And it is disturbing. I know somebody who recently is an adult, and teaches college, and was required to put his pronouns in the signature of his email, and he refused. And they were going to fire him.
Really?
And so now you see that it's coming down to this middle school level. It seems absurd, but I'm glad that we're talking about it and that you have it here on your highly rated show so that more people see it. But here's the other thing. When the guy that's defending them was talking about Title IX and what Title IX does, I mean, you think about women's sports. That Title IX was supposed to be also about women's sports.
Right.
And who is defending women's sports now? No one.
Yeah.
I mean, very few people. Even women who are in sports are not defending women in sports. And so the chipping away of Title IX is underway, and we have to be aware of it and do something about it.
Yeah, Title IX has flipped. It's no longer protecting women. It's about protecting the next oppressed group, which is men who have become women.
Yeah,
in sports.
with their 9 titles.
With their 9 titles, yes, exactly. By the way, I just got that this is Virginia School District is considering suspensions for malicious misgendering. You know what my pronoun is? F you. That was easy. Go to break on that one. Jamie, do you have pronouns in Alaska?
We really don't, and I'll tell you something. This is a real they said situation.
Yes.
I'm so relaxed from Larry's steam room.
Yes.
My son is exactly this age.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know him and his buddies. And I would say, dude, my pronouns when I was in middle school, this is the nicest thing you could be called.
Yes.
By a middle schooler, is like possibly he or she by mistake. Like literally, my pronouns were like weirdo. When they would when they would use my actual pronoun, they would go, he is a little bitch.
Yes. Yeah.
when they used it correctly. It's a like you said. I thought 100% Babylon-B.
Yeah.
I thought it was fake. And just in general, it's grammatically incorrect. It's plural. So it's like, hey, either call someone exactly what they want to be called and fail grammar. And also, this reminds me of like in Alaska. Do you know moose is the plural of moose?
Right. Yes.
Do they get offended?
Isn't that crazy? So they had like a meeting and they were like, what should we make the plural? And someone was like, what if we make it the same word and then we could just go drink? Should we just make it moose? But the problem with this, you don't get enough information because it'd be like, you could be walking on the road and someone could be like, oh my God, moose. And you're like, that's fine. It's just a moose. And you turn around, it's 1,000 moose. Yes. There's not enough information.
That is brilliant because what you're saying is the confusion is reversed.
Yes.
Yes. I just dawned on me because it's like you're telling kids to be grammatically incorrect when they're in school.
Right.
Call them they. Larry, what's going on with this world? You know what's interesting? These people ask you to respect these pronouns when you're not actually using them. Like if you and I are talking, I'd say, so what are you up to? And you go, hey, nothing. Oh, well, me, I'm doing this. I don't say he to you. It's like, it's as though I only use these pronouns when I'm not talking about you, which means you wouldn't even hear it, which means this is all a manufactured pile of poop. If you'll pardon my peas, Mr. Kudlow.
Well, it's the pronoun.
Yes.
And if the pronoun changes, you're going to throw this kid in jail.
Yeah.
Or the kid's going to have a sexual harassment for the rest of his or her life, I'm afraid, to put a pronoun in front of that.
Yes.
It's not at all clear to me. But that's a serious thing. Pronouns change. So at the beginning of the year, you can call me basically whatever you want to call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then 3 months into the semester, I might want you to call me something different from what you called me earlier. And then you'll get violated. This is Joe Biden's woke America. This is how crazy it is. There's not one whit of common sense. And by the by, does anybody care about the kid who's, 12, 13 years old? Does anybody care about I mean, parents, very important. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, doesn't like parents. They're all domestic terrorists. How about the kid? Right? And the kids as they interact with each other. So you can really scar them for life. I don't know if anybody cares about that, but I do.
And the worst thing you do is give a young person the power to I don't know what, let's call her Pat. Or they, Pat. Pat, they just got charged with sexual harassment. And Pat now goes, that's pretty awesome. I could do this to everybody. I mean, if I had that power when I was a kid, I would have changed my gender 12 times. You know? Speaking of changing genders, what Dirtbag Deb? How's she doing? She doing all right?
Yeah, I don't know her. I don't want people to know that I'm capable of being that ugly.
I just want to know how you were able to do both eyes going in opposite directions.
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
I almost passed out.
So what if these guys are just being jerks?
Right, that's possible.
Right.
It is possible that they were, because we don't know, it could have not been as simple as using the wrong pronoun, but maybe they were being mean about it. It's still not sexual harassment to be mean to somebody. Because when I was in 8th grade, everyone was mean to me.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I almost wish I could go back in time and become the richest child in the world by suing people.
Right, yeah.
I missed out on that, but it's horrible to this kid. It's one thing to be, okay, you're bullying, you're in trouble, you go to the principal's office. Another thing to have on your record as a 12-year-old that you're a sexual harasser.
Yes.
It's insane.
It is insane, and it's true.
You could if you had a good 401k.
Yeah, nobody talked to me about that when I was 12.
I'm just saying, Greg's a capitalist.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you got to get the FU money, Larry, so they can't cancel you.
And the great thing about market economics is there are no pronouns.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. All right, we got to roll. What a great A block, and what a great night, huh? Who am I talking to? You. Up next, Netflix tells workers take a hike if it's their content they don't like.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.